Hello BookTube, welcome to Lizzie Faye Loves Books. I'm Elizabeth and it's Friday, December 22nd, so it's time for Friday Reads. And of course I will also do my unwrapping of my next book advent TBR Christmas book thing that I've been doing all this month, and unwrapping my December TBR one book at a time. So just to give you a quick reading update for this week, in the last 7 days I've finished 7 books. 2 of them have been my read-along books for the 24 Days of Christmas Hope read-along. I finished The Christmas Note and The Christmas Light by Donna VanLiere, and I've already done videos for both of these books, so I hope you will check those out. Then I have finished 3 of my Advent books, in other words, books that I unwrapped as part of my December TBR. I finished The Christmas Cookie Killer by Livia J. Washburn. This was the very first book that I opened. I kind of planned that because I knew that I was going to just take it slowly and read this book a chapter or 2 at a time. And I really did enjoy this. I think I like this one better than the first 2 in the series. It's a baking themed mystery series, but it also has kind of a sub-theme in that the main character is a homeowner, and she rents out rooms in her house, kind of a boarding house, but they're all friends, and they're all retired teachers. So it's this group of retired teachers all living together in a house, and things just happen around them, and they seem to, stumble onto murders. So, not that that's funny, but, it's a cozy mystery. It's a murder mystery, so you kind of know that going in. But I enjoyed it a lot, and I'm looking forward to reading the next one later on in 2018. So then I finished Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Cabin Fever by Jeff Kinney. This was the next book in the series that I needed to read, and when I was scrounging around the house looking for Christmas books, I kind of made note of the title, Cabin Fever, and I saw the snow, and I thought this would be appropriate for this month because it looks like it's a winter read. And even though there's no snow outside my window, in fact, it's pretty hot, I still thought it would be a fun thing to go ahead and read this month, and a very quick read. And it was fun. Maybe not as laugh out loud funny as a couple of the others previous in the series, but still very fun, and I intend to continue on with the series. And this one was also kind of fun. This is Politically Correct Holiday Stories by James Finn Garner. I kind of have mixed feelings about it. I would say, though, that it really is over the top, kind of tongue-in-cheek about political correctness. But on the other hand, I don't set out to, I don't disagree completely with political correctness, but I don't, there's a balance somewhere that we can find. This is way over the top, but we definitely do need to not set out to offend people. So I don't know. Somewhere there's a balance. I'm not sure exactly where it is, but if you are interested in this, it is fun. It contains 5 or 6 different Christmas stories that are parodies of actual Christmas stories. So we have 'Twas the Night Before Solstice, and we have Frosty the Person of Snow, The Nutcracker, Rudolph the Nasally Empowered Reindeer, and A Christmas Carol. So if you would like a quick, fun little holiday read, then I would recommend it. And so those are the Advent books that I finished. Then I finished 2 other books. One of them I mentioned last night, and I misspoke. I said Christmas book. This is actually my one of my only non-Christmas books that I went ahead and read this month. I didn't really want to, but it's for Mystery Book Club, which is coming up January 3rd. So because I didn't have that many audiobooks on my TBR for December, I decided to go ahead and just get it out of the way. So I've been chinking away at it a little at a time, and I just finished it yesterday. It's The Woman in Cabin 10 by Ruth Ware. This has been all over BookTube. I hadn't really paid much attention to what anyone was saying about it because I didn't really expect to ever read it. But it wasn't bad. It wasn't great. I think partly I'm saying it wasn't great because I was kind of tainted in that I didn't really want to read it in the first place. But I will admit that near the end, it started getting good. It was very exciting, thrilling. There was some suspenseful, tense moments. And so altogether, not a bad book. I think I rated it 3 stars. The thing, you guys know, I always come back to this. I didn't like the foul language, mainly just the F word. It wasn't that it was extremely excessive, but when she did use it, she said it over and over and over, you know, when she was frustrated or something. And that just gets old after a while. So I listened to this, I think, completely in my car. It was 9 discs, so it wasn't too bad. This copy looks pretty big because it's a large print copy. I found this in our little free library just like the next day after I had started it. So I went ahead and grabbed it. I'll eventually return it to the little free library. But for now, I always like to have a print copy of the audiobooks that I'm listening to just for reference. So I'm glad that I finished it. And then one other book that was not on my, it's not in my Advent because I couldn't have really wrapped it and stuck it on the shelf. But I did show this when I did my Christmas book haul earlier, I guess, was it in December or late November? And it is I'll Be Home for Christmas by Thomas Kincade. It features 18 paintings by Thomas Kincade, and interspersed throughout the book to accompany each painting is some kind of a reading. The text is either excerpts from classic books. There are some clips from Christmas Carol, Little Women, one of the Laura Ingalls Wilder books. I think it's On the Banks of Plum Creek. There's a little Christmas scene. And the paintings are just gorgeous. There's also a couple of songs that are printed here, and maybe a couple of poems. I don't know. I sat down and read this tonight after I had just spent the whole day shopping and working, and in fact I've spent the last 2 days shopping and working, and by working I drive for a lady who doesn't drive, so I spent about an hour and a half with her this morning helping her run errands, and then Emily and I went on and did some more Christmas shopping from there. And then yesterday I did not actually work a paying job, but I did volunteer at Katie's old middle school for a couple of hours in the morning before going Christmas shopping. So I've been on my feet, and I've been in the car and in and out of stores, and I was just thinking how, you know, some of you guys are like, how can you read so many books? I don't see how you read so many books. Well, it's 3 things. A lot of them have been on audio. Most of them are short, and number 3 is that I've neglected most all of my Christmas shopping and preparations until yesterday. So now I probably won't get very much reading done between now and Christmas, which I know is just a couple days away. But I've got to get in here in just a few minutes after I finish this video and wrap Katie's gifts that I've just bought the last 2 days, because she is out of the house right now. She's gone to a movie with a friend. So if I can get her gifts wrapped, and then I'll be ahead of the game. So anyway, this was my 7th book. What I started out to say, I guess, is that we came in from shopping, I brought in all the groceries and everything, and I was getting ready for this video, and I thought, you know, I'd like to read one more book, and I picked this up. I heated up some cocoa, and I just spent a half an hour, and I read this, and I just relaxed, and it was wonderful. This is such a beautiful book, and I'm just going to keep this out. It's kind of like a coffee table book. It's very thin, like a storybook, but it's definitely not a children's picture book. Although I think children would enjoy it, looking at the pictures and perhaps some of the text even. It's not, most of the things are not written specifically for children, but they are things that children could and would enjoy. So I like this a lot. I rated it 5 stars. I think it's just a beautiful book. So those are the 7 books I finished. Now currently I have 6 books on my currently reading list. If you go to my Goodreads page and you click on currently reading, you'll see 6 books, and they are all Advent books that I have opened in my Christmas Advent unwrappings. Now I have one other book I should have started today, and it should be on there, and it's not yet. So this is going to be my priority. I need to read this within the next 2 days. The Christmas Town by Donna VanLiere. This is the last book in the series, and I am scheduled to have this read by the 24th. I hope you guys will give me some grace, though. Since I don't have this on audio, it may take me until the 25th or 26th to get this one read. So at whatever point I get it read, then I'll do a book talk about it. and that might give some of the rest of you time to to kind of catch up and read some more of these too. And then after Christmas is over, we can chat about the books. Several of you have already, of course, been talking about them on Goodreads and, in our Goodreads group. And it's just been really fun and really wonderful to discuss these books with you guys. So I am going to try my best to get this read on schedule, but then probably won't do my book discussion video. I might not do it on Christmas Day. If I do, it'll be later in the day. And then I have to work the next day. So I don't know. We'll see. It'll get done sometime pretty soon. And kind of a wrap up of the whole series. So that's coming in the coming week. My poor little Santa. Okay, so here are the 6 books I'm currently reading. One of them is on audio. This is the last audiobook that I have on my Christmas TBR. It's Nothing with Strings by Bailey White. I did go ahead and re-borrow it from Hoopla. I had it earlier in the month and let it expire before I could get it done. And so I am listening to it. I'm also reading it a little bit along because the stories kind of stop abruptly and then go right into the next one. And if I'm not paying real close attention, I kind of lose track of what's happening. So I will be closely monitoring the book as well with the audiobook. And then I have 5 more that I've started. This one I've probably made the most progress in. It's made up of 3 novellas, and I finished the first novella, and I barely have started the second one. The book is called The Christmas Wedding Quilt, and the authors are Emily Richards, Janice K. Johnson, and Sarah Mayberry. And then I have barely started Rest You Murdered Gentleman by Vicki Delaney. I have only read the first chapter. I have not kept up with what I said I was going to do, which was 2 chapters a day. At some point, I will just kind of sit down and try to catch up. Then I have read several pages. I'm not quite halfway done with this one. I'm about to page 75 in 'Tis the Season by Lorna Landvik. And then I've barely started A Simple Christmas by Mike Huckabee. And I've barely started A Very Dairy Christmas by Sylvia Hyson. So those are my current reads. And like I said, my next priority, my priority between now and the end of the month is to finish all of those and also The Christmas Town. That's my top priority. And then of my Christmas Advent books, probably these 2 are the main ones that I haven't started that I'm pretty sure I can get read. Both of these are pretty short. And possibly The Christmas Pig, which I've already read last year. It'll be a reread. And then after that, we have the 6 books that were the lower priority, or actually 7 books that were lower priority. So if I don't get to all of them, it's okay. And this is one of those lower priority books, and probably I'm going to go ahead and read all these in January. So this is still going to be a very soon to be read books. Okay, here we go. This is day 22. Oh, I tell you what, I am horrible about getting them upside down. Oh, yay! The Christmas Cats, a literary companion, edited by Shirley Rousseau Murphy, who I believe writes a cozy mystery series that is cat themed. I have not read them. I think it's something Louis. Oh, I can't think. Anyway, so yeah, I was trying to see about. Anyway, no, it says Shirley Murphy's feline sleuth is Joe Gray, P.I., and the mystery series starts with, the first book is Cat on the Edge. So I think I had her mixed up with a different cozy mystery author of cat-themed books. Anyway, this is a book I think I got at a charity sale a couple years ago, and it was sitting kind of lost in the back of one of my shelves, and I'd kind of forgotten about it. Or maybe I had it over here with my animal books. Around the corner, we have a section where there's pet-related and animal books, and I think I had it there. And when I was scrounging my shelves looking for Christmas books, I discovered it and went ahead and wrapped it up. So, Cat Reads, here is my cat-themed book. I also have another cat-themed book that I'm going to read pretty soon. This one is a children's story book, and it's the 12 Days of Christmas Cats. So I probably will read that this week too. So here you go, day 22 of my Christmas Advent unwrapping. So that is it. That's all I have for this video. I did do, in amongst my Christmas shopping, I did do a tiny bit of book shopping. I went into a thrift store on the guise of looking for something for my mother-in-law. I'm putting together a gift basket for her, and I thought if I could spot a couple of books that I thought she would like, then I would throw those in the basket. And of course, I didn't find anything for her, but I found plenty for me. So I went also to my friend's flea market bookstore and got a couple of books. So I have this bag of books that I will show you tomorrow. I will tack my book haul onto tomorrow's unwrapping. And I also got a package in the mail from one of my booktube friends. So I will show you those tomorrow. And for now, that's all I have for this video. I hope you're having a great day. Read a good book. Merry Christmas and God bless you.